coming up next.
It is time for football. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know, stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. The return starts from the 5, and he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, Fody did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's...
Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's a 2nd and 6. Slot receiver headed right. Now they'll set up to throw. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. 21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. 15 yards through the air. And that will be a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, winning on 3rd down.
And he will score as a touchdown. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Here's a first carry for their running back, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They send him right out of the slot. Here comes the jet sweep. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the visitors are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The whole team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as we move into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns. Back to throw here to begin the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. On 4th down, out comes the punter. Now a fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will start on the ground. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities. And they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch. And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn it to a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short. of the first down.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. They'll look to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Up the middle they go. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll stay on the ground. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to run. He is in. Touchdown. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys extend their advantage to 14-3. We are through 1. 14-3 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. He'll look to throw. He keeps it himself. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Now a give up the middle. Powering forward. He's in for the touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Quick hitting slant there. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack. This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he will score for the score. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the visitors move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Sending a receiver right. They run on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to get this one on the ground. A good run there to the 34-yard line. That is a first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. They motion the slot man left. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. He'll drop to throw. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On play action, he'll set up to throw.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line. So we've reached halftime here. It has been an entertaining first half. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Landry Jones, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's the pick of the 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. In trouble, and down he goes.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
This team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Moving the tight end right. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either the ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. They bring a tight end in motion left. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Inside the 20. And he will go all the way. As a touchdown. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And his guys will go up by 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The tight end going in motion to the left. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. They get 24 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's 4th down.
So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now he'll try to keep it going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 73 yards for the touchdown. Now, the extra point. He gets it to go, and the visitors are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Visitors 24.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Oh, yeah. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
They're on the 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They face second down and 7. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's second and 9.
15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a third and 2. He'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. Back to the air one more time. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 16 on the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Now they'll set up to throw. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That one intercepted. And this defense will take over here following the interception.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A run up the middle, it's Sanders. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing now from the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Quick throw, taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he covers some ground on the return as well, out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's a run going left. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Tight end on the move left. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Sanders, running left. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Number 31, the ball carrier. He was brought up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5. The kick is good.
So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point.